Hi guys, welcome to Culture. My name is Kennedy. I am the curator of this channel and I wanted to just come on here and have something called Blue Couch Discussions, and this is pretty much because I have a blue couch and this is just shit that pops up in my head that I want to talk about pretty much and see where it goes. So yeah, so I I've been thinking about currently in my personal life, I am in nursing school and I, review, I go on YouTube and I'm like, before I started nursing school, I went on YouTube, I was like, all right, what what is this quote unquote life about with nursing school? What is it how is it really? And I feel like now being really in the trenches, I am in semester 3 out of 4. This shit, this shit is not as peachy cream as people make it to be, at least on what they're recording on and putting out on YouTube. I'm like, bro, this is not the illusion. The illusion. So I just wanted to just speak my piece, and I wanted to say how my nursing school journey has been, because I think everybody has a solution, that it's clinicals and it's being up at 4 o'clock in the morning to go to clinicals at 6:30 and to have this amazing feeling of helping people. And don't get me wrong, it is completely amazing to help people who can't help themselves. You have to have that passion going into nursing. The the sacrifices that you make as a nurse is just, it's major. So it's just you have to want to get out of bed every day and go help somebody that may have cursed you out, that don't like you because you are a certain race, because you're a certain gender. They don't like you just because of your presence, or they just got so much going on that I'm going to talk to you like this because I feel like I can, or having to walk this thin line of caring for somebody, but also having to make sure that you have boundaries, and to make sure that you're not risking a license that you have literally cried blood, sweat, and tears over, every day to help another human being, and in the midst of it, you kind of just forget about yourself. So I just wanted to talk about it for real. So, like I said, I'm currently in semester 3 out of 4. Um, we're at the very end, okay? And we're on the struggle bus, but we're getting there. We're getting there. We're getting there. So, I have a background in psychology. My first degree is a bachelor's degree in psychology with a minor in forensics. I have to think about that, y'all. I know. With a minor in forensic science, and I, for real, wanted to go the doctor route. I wanted to be a psychiatrist, but it was just the time frame. I'm a Sagittarius. I'm very impatient. Something that I'm working on. It was just a time frame to get to that point. It was just yo, you saying for almost the next 10 years of my life, I'm gonna be in school, learning, crafting, doing all these things to get to this one degree. I just wasn't feeling it after a while. And then you had the MCAT, you had all this stuff. So I don't think that's for me. So I end up saying okay, let's do psychology. I love communicating. I love to figure out why people do what they do, and nature versus nurture. I love that aspect. So it was something that I was passionate about at first, but I it was mundane. I would say it was just something that I I was kind of getting by with. I found myself as a student, I can just get by and do like, you know, the bare minimum work. And that's not good. Like, you know, you kind of always want to put, you know, your heart into something that you actually have passion for. Like, you know, you want to put your full effort in so the universe can give it to you back. So this is something that I'm now learning in semester 3 out of 4. Okay. So then I kind of got into like, so what are my next steps? So this was like, you know, my junior year in college, and I was like, okay, so what's my next steps with this? And it was just like, okay, you're gonna definitely have to get a master's. You can't really do much on your own with a bachelor's degree in psychology. And you know, bachelor's degree in psychology at that time was kind of one of those majors that people were just like, they got it just to get by, and that's just hard. So in college, I'm trying to figure myself out, like, and I think you kind of always just you keep going with figuring yourself out. And then, like, I was like, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. So then, and I always had this thing, y'all. Like I said, I would never be a nurse. Like when I was younger, because I am young. But when I was younger, I was like, I'm not about to be no nurse. Like the doctors be coming in here, they get paid 6 times the amount, and I see the nurse my whole entire visit, and I see the doctor one time. Like I was just like, why would I? And then they're unappreciated. Like I seen how doctors were talking to the nurses, and I was like, could never be me. Like I was really adamant of not being a nurse, y'all. Like adamant. Okay. So then I went to go get my master's, but in the master's I was like, okay, I can get my master's and then I can like go to PA school. Like yeah, I was oh my god, it was just like work. It was work, and I was like, fuck, like I don't want to do this shit either. So I ran across Chamberlain University, and I was like, okay, maybe let's try this nursing thing out. Like, you know, like, it was just something that it really just popped up one day, and I was just like, maybe let's just do this. So I was just like, and if it's for me, it'll happen. So I went through the process with Chamberlain, got everything done, and I was like, okay, I can get my bachelor's degree, but financial aid was the issue with that. And I was like, oh my God, I'll be coming out with just so much money to finish this degree, and I already have a bachelor's degree. And I'm like, you know, they kept telling me, like, you are only gonna be able to pay for this semester, and then after that, like, for the next 2 years, like, I believe I would have to, like, pay out of pocket. And I was just like, I can't afford this. Like, I'm a college student. Like, I don't have no 60K, 60K a year job to try to afford my adult lifestyle and then also pay a bill to y'all. No, ma'am, I couldn't do it. So I was just like, okay, this is something I know I want to do. Like I can't even tell y'all like when it clicked or when I made that decision. It just happened, and I was like, okay, like we gonna do this. Like I know I was talking mad shit earlier in life, but let's do this. So then I was just doing my research, and I end up applying for the community college out where I currently stay. And it was really like last minute type thing. Like I took my T's like last minute, and then the lady I wanted to get into that fall semester, and she was just like, okay, we're waitlisted out. Like I can't get you in, but I definitely can get you in fall. And I was not. I can definitely get you in spring. Fall was closed. Fall had waitlisted out. Like, and I was just like, me being impatient. I was like I don't want to wait. But then something was like, okay, Ken, just continue with the process. And I had chunked it up. I was like, all right, like do your end of the work, right? Like put it out there, take care of your T's, apply, get the transcripts that you needed, you know. And I end up applying if it wasn't 2 days before the deadline, it was a day before the deadline. And I chunked it up. I was like, look, if nursing is meant for me, I'll get in. And if not, I'm moving to Texas. I was just like, I have no reason to be here. Like, you know, I could just start a program somewhere else. Like, hey, if it's for me, if it's for me, it'll happen. So then, you know, that gave them their regular 3 to 5 business days, and they sent me an email. So y'all, the email started with um, unfortunately the campus that you have chose, there's no more seats available. So I'm reading it, I'm like, well shit, I'm going to Texas, like blase. And then I kept reading, and it was like, we don't have any more seats at this campus, but this campus X, Y, and Z has this many seats. Did you want to be placed at that campus? And you know, if you pass your first semester, then you can relocate. Blase. And I was like, my my phone cut out on me. So I was like, bitch. And I was like, all right, so like now you gotta really do this. Like you can't like keep playing with these folks, Kennedy. Like you can't keep playing with these folks. But thank y'all for coming to Culture, and I'll see y'all next time on our Blue Couch discussion.